Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is an average boxer back with another video, and you thought that a Larry showcase video was my big Christmas video. No it was not. I fooled you all. It's a big video I've been planning for quite a while actually, where now I have solved the entire law to RM I think I have. At least this is the most I can piece together using the law from RM. I could be wrong, I could be right, who knows. But yeah, this is mainly combining some of my personal theories as well, some of theories of my friends as well. Shout out to Chill and Ty. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this and we'll go over the law of Residence Massacre. Finally, after so many years, this game has law.
So the first night is never usually that bad in any of the games, so I'll play through.
So, as for night one's law, it's pretty base, you know, just as your player works at factory gets radioactive spill. I'll get into that later when we cover mansion incident at the ending of night 3. And you know, radiation causes these mutations cause monsters hunt you down, you survive the night, and that's really it for night one's law. Although my close friend Jillian, as he thought that the members of the government that did the radio broadcast for night one are dead. And the way how we got this theory is that, you know, it's from FNAF 5, I think it is, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, FNAF 5 where the phone guy finally dies, and so the final call was just a bunch of gibberish and weird noises, and this is what happened in night 1, where the radio went all gibberish and funny noises. This could also be a mutation of the mutants. We don't know that some of the mutants do have humanized thoughts. I'll get into that later. You know the developer Q&A that happened a few weeks ago or a few months ago. I don't know. I don't know. I've been planning this video for a while, but yeah, this is actually a really interesting theory. I do believe that they might be dead. Some members of the government of Roblox here are still alive because, well, we know, because like, and they wouldn't have the plot of the entire game then. So yeah, I'll get into that later. Again, the plot of the game is, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you have to keep on watching, you know, to see what happens with the law. It's kind of, yeah, it gets complicated, and I'm just gonna say this, it gets complicated.
This is number 2. Here, there are 2 kids, 1 and 2.
Alright, night 2. Let's get into night 2, probably the worst night in the game in my opinion, and also many other people's opinions, but okay, so night 2 is where the player survives. We get a note probably stating that we have to go back to work, you know, to investigate something. We know that 2 members of the police are missing. Actually, I'll get into that, you know, because there's 2 members of the police that went missing. And guess how many mutants are now in night 2? Yeah, there's 3, but one of them is Larry. So 2 police officers missing, and now we have 2 new mutants. And this is where it gets kind of interesting, because I think they're not all mutants. You know, they're not all must eat fresh meat. You know, some mutants probably like, you know, some mutants want to take over Robloxia, and well, how we know how to do this by infecting other Robloxians, creating mutants out of them, and then that's how they, you know, like grow and conquer. You know, they conquer the entire Robloxia using these, you know, normal people that have now been turned because of the radiation. So yeah, that is one of the first, like, you know, up in the air theories where it hasn't really been confirmed, but it definitely has some really strong evidence behind it. But yet again, it could just be a coincidence. I don't really know. Another thing is the worker. This is the first time you see the worker in the game. Now this is where the worker's mutation starts, and not in night 3, but in night 2, because this is where the worker, first gets the radiation poisoning, and that's why the mutants will kill him. First of all because it's an NPC, and also because, well, a radiation, he's slowly turning. And so, while he slowly turns, throughout the night, he doesn't he doesn't turn in night 2, but he turns in night 3 because probably depending on the amount of contact, because Larry turned really quick, that probably means that he touched it or something, or ate it, but Worker probably, smelt it or something, or some other way, to get into his body that isn't direct. So that's why he turns slower. And this is also where I get into my theory about the player, because the player also works the factory just like the worker. So who's to say the player does not also have radiation poisoning, and also could be slowly mutating? Because what is a difference between the worker and the player about, the radiation thing? There's nothing different. They both haven't directly come in contact with it, and they both stayed overnight at the factory. And they were both there on the day of the leak. So, yeah, I feel like the player is also slowly turning. So, I don't know, the player turning theory is also up in the air, but yeah, it has some, also has some really strong evidence. And, well, as for the rest of night 2, it's mainly just we escape with Worker, we get message about shelter, we drive away in the car, which has now been sabotaged, probably by Stalker, I'm thinking, or maybe Pest, I don't know. It's not Larry. Larry does not think humanoid thoughts. Yeah, Larry does not think humanoid thoughts. He's too far gone. So yeah, we know that Stalker can talk, but I'll get into that later. And Pest, Pest is a pest. Alright, now we're on to night 3. Okay, so the basic lore of night 3 is a player and worker's car crashed. And no one on the road to pick us up. We have to go to a Lakeview camp for the night. And then when we get there, every child in the summer camp has died. There's just a nice way of putting this. Yeah, 8 children in the summer camp have died. That's just it. But anyways, after we find that out, we grab a shotgun, become Terminator for a night as we shoot the worker. We survive. We try to refill our car, but we are interrupted by the army. See what I mean? The government is still alive. The government of Roblox is still alive. I'll get into how the army arrived later. I'll get into a lot of things later, really. And memories will explain a lot, but yeah, anyway, they recognise us from the factory, and then they explain mansion incidents to us, and about how, and just about, the work, the worker in the fedora. I'm just gonna call him Jeffrey now, because I'm not gonna say worker in the fedora and worker. I'm just gonna call him Jeff now. Okay, so, apparently Jeff was really involved with the factory incident. And see what I mean? I'll get into it later, and I'll get into it, because why would they be really involved in this one worker? Why would they be really involved in this one worker? And that's when I think that this worker accidentally caused the factory outbreak. Yeah, I feel like he caused it, and as we see, mansion incident, he starts to get overly panicky about it, as we can see on the notes from mansion incident. He says that they're sentient and everything, so yeah, see, they're sentient, and also the mutants recognise him, and well, we see the claw mark in the photo from night 3, but I don't believe that the mutants killed him. I believe that they kidnapped him, to take him for some purpose in the future, because I feel like they're gonna kidnap him and then try and team up with him, to take over Roblox, especially Pest and Stalker, because those are the two most prominent sentient mutants we have right now. So Jeff is kidnapped, the army takes us, a Nightfall is probably going to be a base, I don't know, a Nightfall hasn't released yet, I'm not supposed to tell the future, but this is a night 3, the most lore heavy night, despite being one of the most shortest sections in this video. Well, I guess we'll get on to Bunker.
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here. Your home security is great. Or is it?
Bunker. I personally hate this memory. Has been nerfed even more. It's really annoying. Just please nerf it. Anyway, despite that, it has some of the best lore in the game. So firstly, this night confirms the sentient a mutant theory, as in the ending cutscene we hear the mutants talk yet again. But I don't think this is the Abomination talking, the main monster in Bunker, as we hear the Abomination scream and roar throughout the entire night, and then when the mutant speaks, it does not sound like the Abomination at all. So I personally think this is a Stalker, as we also see the Stalker at the end of the ending cutscene leaking into the room through the roof and walls. Also similar to Night 3, we see many corpses and dead bodies. Her bodies in the tunnels of the bunker. I prove my point that the Abomination is one of the mutants that hunts for survival, and Stalker's one of the few mutants with humanoid thoughts. There's another part I haven't really got into yet, being the jail cell. This is where I think the Abomination came from, as we can see notes in this cell talking about expanding into their territory. But why would someone be locked up in the first place? Now that's the important thing. I think that when they expanded into the territory, a radiation leaked into the bunker, infecting the Abomination. Other people in the bunker noticed, including the miner we play as in the memory, and locked them up. But they got out by digging tunnels that we can see all around the map. And also I think the Abomination sabotaged the ventilation, as he has little holes in the walls, so who can't say that he just goes into the pipes and shoves stuff in it. And this shows, this is mainly just like it. And also it shows that Robloxians probably do have some control of their body right before turning, as we can see from the worker from Night 3, and also the Abomination writing down notes right before dying. Zooey, was this one video to make? I am exhausted after that, honestly. I've been working on this video non-stop for the past few weeks. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I know it's not my best work. I'm probably better when I'm actually recording Residence Massacre normally, but I have nothing to do really. There's been no new content updates for it. They've just been Halloween update, Christmas update, which changed the map slightly, so yeah. I'm still waiting for Night 4, by the way. Please release Night 4. I swear Night 4 is going to come out after GTA 6, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Anyway, I'm probably gonna do a normal video soon. This is just short little video that, okay, never mind, I'm not sure, I'm just looking at the editing and it's 13 minutes about editing. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while. Anyway guys, I've been recording on Christmas Eve. Whew, I need to take a break. Bye bye, I'll see you soon, probably in a few months when actually again I need to record something, but I'll probably see you in a month or something. Alright, bye. And I hope you have a holly jolly Christmas.